The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Get started, ladies and gentlemen. Please, a tablet and pen in front of you. Write down today's date, then write down my name. It is Ray. The last name is Reynolds. They nicknamed me the Godfather Credit years ago. This is live. You have a question, just type it out. I'll answer your question. Please see if you can stump me. I have an IQ of 203 with total recall. I write with both hands and talk at the same time and rhyming all the time. In the sixth grade, they said I was retarded. I just thought they were stupid. So make sure you understand there's no pictures, no recording. Put the information here. Write it down again and again. I like goodies. You like goodies? I like the American dream, driving Lamborghinis and Ferraris and mansions and having fun and yachts and helicopters too. But me, my story didn't stand so easy. It didn't start that easy at all. I got born in a taxi on the way to Gardena Hospital. She didn't want me. I get to be with Mrs. Hope, the she-devil from hell. So today, your journey begins with me. And if you want to feel sorry for yourself, you get 3 minutes. I take 3 seconds. That's about it. Draw the diagram in front of you. It's a corporation with divisions. See, what happens with the banks and the grocery stores, what they do is they bankrupt locations called branch numbers, and they write off on their taxes. What you did is you brought the pain home. Sorry to say that's not should be done anyway. So I want you to understand, never bring the pain home. Sam's Club, Geico, and Cities. So let's play and let's write down, stop bringing the pain home. I want to make you a certified CFO. I want you to understand to reprogram your brain to millionaire status. We're going to look behind that curtain. Well, that's what we're going to do, like I've done since I was a little boy. What does this mean? When I was being dropped off at the pier, Redondo Beach Pier, when I was 3 years old to 9.5, you didn't have a trash can. It kind of sucks. I looked at the people from Reina del Rey, Torrance Rocks, and now in Palos Verdes. I even looked at Rat Beach. You see, I got money. They're no different than me. I want my money too. So I can show you how to get the American dream if you want. A little bit of knowledge today. So let's take out our personal credit cards. Let's put a stick in the back of them. If not, write out the procedure, right? You write down the limit of the card. You maintain 25% always, never past 29%. That'll create a line of defense. See, what happens when I designed the system that you use almost every day, I was training Ken Yarbrough at TRW. Isn't that fun? You see, you can maintain a 750 score from now on, as long as you understand these two cards are the only ones you push past 29%. They don't fluctuate your credit at all. So let's look at TRW, Thomas Raymond Woolridge. They made bicycle parts, and then they said, what information? Also, it's called they reports wrong. Spearing bought them out in 96. So what did I do? I designed the first one of these, and it was basically good, all right, fair, or hell no. These two cards will balance your score from now on. Listen to the rules and tools today, so you can maintain a 750 the rest of your life too. Ultimate goal. We got to get that tablet and pen now, because we want to make sure we don't make the same mistakes to our children. See, every high school needs to know how to play like I'm going to teach you today. There we go, millionaire building call. I want to look at your blueprint. I want to design one for you. I want to look at your past, present, and future. I want you to look at your family. I want you to have a corporation with 26 divisions. And then we have to look at irrevocable trust. Then we got to think about the car you drive today. If you get in a bumpity bump, they sue the registered owner, which is you. Actually, it should have been a division of a corporation, by the way. The house should be bought through a trust. In my book, 45 years ago, on page 6, paragraph 3, I wrote down cash flow free at my time. See, what I did when I was 17 and a half years old, I had 19 houses. I was doing flippity-dippity-doos, going to auctions as well, having fun. But here's the problem. I couldn't get number 20. They told me no. I don't like the word no. So I transferred my properties in division process. And what I wanted to do back then is get $1,000 a month. See, my bills were $1,000 a month. So I just needed the money coming in so I can focus on something else too. Then I built 2,000, 5,000, 10,000, 100,000 and more. See, I believe your biggest mistake is not just a lack of knowledge, is you didn't build residual income. I think that's your biggest mistake. So we're going to get some cash flow for you per time. So I'd like you to write down 2 things now. Please write down, do you want to enhance your income or would you like to replace it? Circle the one you want. See, you're going to have to get your hands dirty. I know you'll watch TikTok, YouTube, and Google, and all the goodies too. You hear the blah, 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 blah. I'll give you blah, blah, blah. I'll give you rules and tools, and I'll be in the beginning, in the middle, and to the end. See, I'm the guy you're going to basically understand and hold your hand every step of the way. When you watch all that other stuff, ask yourself, what about me? Is that person talking to you? You're going to hold your hand every step of the way, or they're going to pass the buck to somebody else? So what do I want to do? I want to certify you as a CFO. I want you to have a corporation with $1 million of credit. So let's focus on corporation today. Is that okay? Here's chapter 18. You can find this online too. So what happens is a corporation is a legal person. From there, I heard that at 7.5 years old. I went to the Torrance Police Department. Next door is a library. Ma'am, what does this mean? She walked away. She was rude to me. Came back 5 minutes later. Here's a microfiche. Here's a bug. I read the bug. It didn't give me rules and tools or steps. The reality is I went back for 2 years, and then I sent away my money order for $10 to California. See, I don't understand why people pay for corporations through an attorney, corporate service, or a CPA. They don't learn diddly squat. Then they're actually free. You pay a little filing fee. What I didn't pay attention to where it says it may sue or be sued. Same thing you're probably doing today too. So when I started Helping Hand Industries, I was 9.5 years old, sent away my money order for $10. I got over $100,000 of credit cards in the mail. See, back then, people in the 70s and 80s got credit cards in the mail without applying for credit. I even got named in the movie Dave. So the next thing, 12.5 years old, I got named in a lawsuit. I'm 12.5 years old because I used the word Braille. I got one of these in court and said, ah! See, the reality is this. You have to understand. All right, the Braille Institution owns the word Braille. I didn't know that. I had to learn about trade name, trademarks, and copyrights. So write down, never bring the pain home, please. The next thing is we're going to do is talk about your eggs in your baskets. If you put all your eggs in one basket, when I was a kid, they said, don't do that. I asked what that meant, and what they did and sent back to me is they couldn't answer the question. So all the grown-ups when I was a little boy, I thought were stupid. But the reality is if you have a corp today, when they sue the corp, they sue you. Congratulations. And if you picked an LLC, which you should have never done, January 1st, the Treasury Department wants to talk to you. That Treasury Department wants to come get you. Isn't that fun? So the next thing we have to do is put our ducks in a row. All right, and never bring the pain home. So warning about me is pretty simple. I am honest and I'm blunt. I'm going to tell it like it is. If you followed stupid, you did stupid. That doesn't mean you're stupid. That just meant what you did was stupid. See, the problem with this world, half the people are friggin' lazy. I'm the godfather of credit, Ray Reynolds. I tell people what to do, and I treat them like they're 2 years old. But I want to make sure you don't bring the pain home. As we play, we need a list. You go to the grocery store, you need your list, right? We're going to take your goal list and break it down step by step, daily and weekly. Then when you get to the project list, we're going to play with that too. You get to play with me. Now, here's me. It's terrible. When I was 26, I got everything I want. Mansions, helicopters, Lamborghinis, and Ferraris, and I got bored. I was so bored. So what did I do? I decided to help people like you. So the goal is simple. My wife calls this my hobby. And that's the thing you got to think about today. So I got a foolproof program you can't even screw up as long as you follow through. I got rich and famous people all the time having fun with me, even homeless people. All right, from there, all right, people even coming out of prison too. Freeway Ricky, Dickie Ross. A couple of cars with under unlimited up to $1 million. Thomas was in prison for 26 years. And every Saturday I coached him, and within 6 months, brand new dump trucks. See, your problem is you didn't take the time to learn how to play the game. So let's understand, SS5 equals SSN Social Security number. That's for the 1040 tax return. It is called We the People. The reality is we're going to compare SS5 to SS4. So let's understand, legal name of entity or individual person. So put your hands like this for a second. Here we have SS5, tax, in probate till we're dead. Time of death is for the state and federal government because they want to make sure nobody moves your stuff around when you're dead because you can't take it with you. The SS4 is because we don't have to pay tax till we're profitable. Your name could go on line 1. But your problem is you don't be a crook. If you're a crook, just go to prison like Wesley Snipes did. He went to jail for 3 years and fined $5 million. He listened to his idiot attorneys and CPAs in Beverly Hills, California. Ruined his life and his career. So let's understand IRS.gov in 1244. Let's write it down now. This means you can file one tax return, single filing with your corporation, almost not pay tax at all. Isn't that the goal? I mean, Richard here screwed up when we won Survivor. You take that $1 million check and you leverage it, reference 3 times 5, turn it to 15 million. Well, what did he do instead? Keeping the 375, he pissed it away. Went to prison for 3.5 years, 10 years probation, and violated that too. See, the lack of knowledge is the stupidity of man and woman. All right, people aren't stupid; they follow stupid. We look at the United States of America Incorporated. They have bankrupt 11 cities, and they created a Chapter 9 bankruptcy under the Federal Protection Act. See, you could have played that game too with no intent to do fraud. It's we the people, corporation's a legal person, and I want you to stop bringing the pain home. So what happens today is very simple. Division of you. So let's put line 1 here, your name, corporation division. Let's put it right there. See, I can build you a corporation worth $1 million. But again, you have to follow through and do what I ask you to do. And the hardest thing for in this world is to rebuild somebody's personal credit the right way to be a certified CFO. So let's play with division of me. Now, I don't want to bring the pain home. I didn't have a family, no mommy, no daddy, nothing at all. When I got my wife and I got my 6 kids and 10 grandkids, I swore I'd never bring the pain home. Here's a $1 million Lamborghini. Here's the key. The payment when I obtained it in the first place was $6,800 a month. So if I pay it, I'm okay. If I don't pay it, they take it away. They report it to the credit bureaus, and now I have shitty credit. Then they report it to the IRS as a 1099-C. Now I got double shitty credit. That'd be kind of stupid. If I buy it through the corp, they see my name anyway, so they sue it and sue me. But I'm not stupid, so what did I do? I invented division process. I bought the Lamborghini through division of a corporation. From there, remember I showed you SSN versus SS4? I guarantee SS4. You see, when I started writing that book about laundromats and dry cleaners, and I had 22,000 payphones, and my satellite business and my printing company and this and the properties, this and this too. If I got one shitty thing happen to me, what do I get to do? It's called the 3-step. Disconnect, isolate, incorporate. So I maintain my company, and I take this bad piece and put it over here. Under the Federal Protection Act, if I can't save within 6 months, I get to bankrupt the hell out of it and throw it away. And write off my taxes too. See, that's like B of A, Chase Bank, cities, and grocery stores. We get to play the game. So again, when you sign a piece of property or lease, now again, the properties you got to realize who's going to slip and fall. When you have properties under division process, you get one at a time. Now remember, the SS4, I don't pay tax till I'm profitable. Now I have to look at very, very simple, the Fair Lending Act. It allows me to get a card unlimited like this one, but it allows me to get 99 more cards. How many would you like? See, your problem is you, because you're lacking knowledge, you bring the pain home. Are you winning the lottery today? Getting a hell of a raise. If not, we can rebuild it my way. Is that okay? If I basically do it my way for you, because I think your way sucks. Mary's great. Mary's Ivy League education, $250,000 a year. Mary wants to start a restaurant. Oh, goody. She gives $10,000 to the attorney. He looks at the lease. That's a good lease. We're going to have 3 options of that too. And then the CPA $5,000 retainer and what's the bucks. Now, Mary's biggest problem when she used her personal credit, 98,000, she dropped her 800 score down. What do I do? She called him up. What did I do? What's her response? I'm sorry, most CPAs and attorneys have not idea to be an entrepreneur. And a lot of them are not bright anyway, in my opinion. But Mary's problem is she dropped her score, couldn't get no more. And what happened, she filed bankruptcy in that corporation because her attorney had to do it under her and guarantee it too. That's called stupid, by the way. What Mary should have done is become a certified CFO, and the restaurant should have been a division process. She could have got rid of the piece, protect the corp, and protect her family. Instead, she filed personal bankruptcy. Her husband divorced her 3 weeks later. He says, I didn't sign up for that. So you have to understand, I'm going to repackage you my way, kind of like Humpty Dumpty, and we're going to make you a certified CFO. Stop bringing the pain home. So if you look at your corp today, look at it, it's very simple. And what I want you to notice is you probably use your home address. I'd like you to take your name off of it and the home address too, but I understand you're on the officer's list, you're on the information. But what happens when they sue the corp? They sue you. You see, that kind of sucks. I'd like to create a line of defense for you. Is that okay if we do that for you too? Now here's a $100 million building, $1 million Lamborghini, $5 million mansion, and $1 million race boat. I obtained them. Why haven't you? All right, are these turned up today? Are you paying attention too? Now you don't get these goodies till you get $5 million. Is that okay? We learn to play my way for a while. So as we play, I add you to my credit system. I ask you what your goals are. We go after that as well. We blueprint it. When you start to receive money and residual income, you're going to write down credit, loan, and money. We're going to take $100,000, put it in the bank of the corporation. You don't have it? Let's take it off of a card. It's a write-off anyway. Let's let the corporation have a division for franchise, a division for apartment complex. Let's create a line of defense, all ran by third party, and get you financial freedom. And start building residual income, which you never did in the first place. So if you want $100,000 of credit, national average is about 10%, which is 10 grand. All right, today it's discounted 50% off. If it was done today by Zelle, bank transfer, deposit, or wire. So if we get you the money to get the honey, why don't we loan out some money? Do you realize if every $50,000 you loan out, it makes $2,000 of profit? But in the corporation, it writes it off anyway. So every $100,000 is $4,000 a month. So you could actually design your income if you want to. See, there it is, $190,000 a month that I designed years ago. I have it in my book called Buckets of Money. From there, I've been doing this for 45 years, helping people online earn person. You get to play my way. Now, I have this event coming up on December 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. This is where the foundation of residual income. We're going to go through the books and CDs. You're going to get classes and specialties for 90 days, and you're going to get $100,000 of cash credit. From there, I'm going to charge you, the office is $29.99. I'm going to charge you $19.99, so you get all that if it's done right away. The ultimate goal, you get one heck of a discount. This is Black Friday week. So again, it's a Zelle, if it's done now. As we play, remember time. We're running out of time for a couple of reasons. Number one, we're getting older, slower, we're not as pretty as you used to be. Next, and understand that the time is running out because of this year. Any corporate division set up now, come January 1st, it's on its second year. So understand that's how we get to play the game. So if we do flippity-dippity-doos like I did, when I was 17 and a half, I realized one thing, I feel like they're stealing my money. See, every contractor hired the subcontractor outside of Home Depot. The buyers are liars, the agents and the brokers too. I feel like they're just stealing my money. At 21, I decided to become the bank. So I decided to basically do what I could do. You sold a house or a car, right? Did you realize you could have did assignment of asset, assignment of money? You could have been the bank a long time ago, but because you didn't know how to play. You might want to get my real estate system, financial system too, because then you can learn to play into millions and billions. So if you had real estate today, we look at 14 states, they sell it for under 100,000 each. Section 8, or we have a management company run it from a real estate office at every street corner. What do? They want basically residual income, right? So what happens is they're basically 100,000. It takes 5,000 to close escrow. Would you like 2 or 3? You use the borrow money because it's not taxable, and you write it all off, and you build residual income. I like to make you a money maker machine if you paid attention. This means 100,000 to $1 million, up to 90 days, no payment is due. And the next thing is I call it OPM money, Dun and Bradstreet. You could actually sell on Amazon and eBay starting today. Once again, you don't get these kind of goodies until you hit 5 million. I like God's gift, a house and the mansion in the harbor and properties in all 5 islands too. I always put my name on all the goodies to make sure I understand it's my trophy and to show you I obtained it as well. You like buildings and Lamborghinis too? So let's understand if we want to accomplish our goal. All right, you're feeling sorry for yourself. It's 3 minutes, mine's 3 seconds. Now here's me, 1981. I kicked the door jam at 10 and then the basketball hoop. And every time I hear some idiot say white man can't jump, that's funny. I hold the record for the highest kick and fastest kick on planet Earth. I kicked out the lights that night. No matter where you come from, you can accomplish your goal. You have to believe in you. You have to see it, believe it, go get it. Now, when you hear the word no, do not pay attention, just say thank you. And then from there, you take the 1,000 steps, 1,000 steps in Millionaire Founders Kit that I sold at the Bonaventure for 32 years for 5,000 a set. We did that diagram one more time, corporation and entities. Banks and grocery stores and Sam's Club and Geico and cities file bankruptcy, and then they just write it off on their taxes. Your problem is you keep bringing the pain home. That should stop today. And I got to make you a certified CFO and reprogram your brain to millionaire status. So remember my blueprint I started a long time ago, 9.5 years old. I call it back then, see it, believe it, go get it. And that's what I got to do. So as we play, I think you're treading water and playing it safe. Let's write down 5 things you need as a must-have. You need a 750 score, a real one, not with care credit or basically first premier, a real one of these, okay? I do this for people every day. The next thing is what you need is a corporation with about 26 divisions. On top of that, you need $1 million of basically checkbook money, line of credit money, and supply and vendor money. By the way, write it down because this is a must-have. Once again, you can't take pictures or record. Take your corporation you have, or I'll hand you one for free. The goal is to stop bringing the pain home, put your ducks in a row, and we're going to build what? Repackage you under the corporate umbrella, my way this time. Now, I've incorporated a couple of presidents of the United States of America. They tend to listen better than you. Most rich and famous people do. From here, what happened is you sit down at the kitchen table and you told your family, we're going to start a business with your friends and family. Oh, goody. You jacked up the cards, you dropped the score, you got stuck, you couldn't get more. You couldn't ride out diddly squat, you honked your house. I'm sorry, I call that stupid. You're not stupid. What you did was stupid. So I want you to never bring the pain home. Is that okay? We get to play my way for a while. Write down today's date, project 90 working days. We're going to see it, believe it, go get it. We're going to get knocked down 1,000 times. You're going to win 10. That's how it works. Winning the game of business, I wrote 45 years ago, showing exactly what I was doing for me to get my cash flow, free up my time. I needed my 1,000 a month, then I needed 10,000, 30,000, and up to 100,000 a month on going again and again and again. So cash flow, free up my time. Page 6, paragraph 3. Now life is funny because the world wants to beat you up. There's me in a coma in 2009, 14.5 years ago. Doesn't matter if I'm worth millions and billions. Bottom line, my wife tells people at the office he's in a coma, he's probably going to die. Ron's stealing the books and CDs. Tom's selling my websites and my phone numbers to a porn site. You see, the people around you are the ones going to knock you down or stab you in the back too, some of them. Be careful. If you want to copy the Millionaire's Founders Kit, call the office. It's $4.99. You do it through me. I give it away for shipping and handling of $99. As long as it's Zelle. Very simple to do. From here, starting a business, running a business, you don't know if they're going to push you off the cliff. They're going to catch you, going to fall off and die. Remember today what I do for me. When I was 2.5 years old being used and abused, if I got up at 2:25, the abuser couldn't get me. Ever since that day, I wake up at 2:25. Can't sleep past that. I went to my knees this morning like I do every day, say, thank you, Jesus, for another day. Then I go look in the mirror. See, I've been putting myself in the mirror test since I was a little boy. No one's going to get me where I need to go besides me. You have a problem. You don't do the mirror test, and tomorrow you should get up an hour earlier. Every time you have an idea, you go tell your friends and family. You're wanting them to encourage you. Instead, they interrupt you, tell you how you're going to do it. And they usually haven't done diddly squat. I think that clouds your direction. So having 4 yachts in the backyard was fun. Being a cum and ruining my whole life, hearing what's going on in the room. Tax attorneys tricking my wife to sign a POA. The nurse asked my wife if I was a donor. So Jesus gave me a choice to stay in peace or go back. From there, I had to move 24 times by the time I'm 11.5 years old. I've been shot twice and knifed 6 times. I think I'm God's example for you. That's why you're here today. So if you want to scream at anybody, please don't do. Go outside and scream to the sky. What you should do is always go scream, close your eyes, pray, count to 10, and reload your thought pattern. And then you go from there. You don't scream at men, and you don't scream at women, you don't scream at kids too. But understand, you're here today. That means I have to believe in you, which I do. Every step, if you fall down, I'll pick you up again and again. And I'll hold your hand every step of the way from beginning to end. Now, I got 39 books ready to go. Jesus is not a drive-through. Being a Christian's way of life, not a moment in time. Bite your tongue, love longer. It's for men, because I don't want to yell at women, because they're tape recorders. But I had another chapter of this for my wife and my daughters. They have to bite their tongue and love longer, too. How about fighting the monster within? How about bullshit doesn't pay our bills? How about fight through the pain? So I think you're stuck. Let's get you unstuck. Let's get you past go. And the ultimate goal, from Lamborghinis to W's to mansions. The white men do jump. Stupid people say we don't. More Lamborghinis. Race boats in the backyard. Helicopters, U-Docks, yachts, and Ferraris. Just a couple goodies I obtained. Would you like some goodies too? Let me know. I call it Ray's Rules. But I use my blueprint. See it, believe it, go get it. And that's how it works for me. I want you to learn that too. Now, credit repair, sorry to say, I think it's a fraud. They don't have a magic wand. We can remove everything. Baloney. Okay? All right, we're going to have your balances to 1 to 5%. Baloney. They shrink the limits. You can't get any more. All this stupid people saying stupid things makes no sense. All right, to me, because credit repair is a fraud. I don't have to say it. Federal Trade Commission says it every day. They're not allowed to collect money up front, but they do it every day. The reality is even the Credit Services Organization Act. All you got to do is Google Section 611. That's all you got to do. Pretty simple. And if you have a collection account, you got to remember they can't remove it. If they did, it'd come back on anyway. So what do? We man up, woman up. You have 5 ways to kill a debt. From there, we look at TRW that started it all. Thomas Raymond Woolridge made bicycle parts information business. The report's wrong. Bought out in 96. When I drew the first one of these, simple, it was good, fair, hell no. These 2 cards will balance your score so you can maintain a 750 the rest of your life. Your lack of knowledge is just the stupidity of man or woman. You're not stupid, but you did probably follow stupid, did you not? If we negotiate an open collection account, you need to do that. All cards are 25, 29%, but 2, and then a wrapper refresh. And now you have a 750 score. What do? You call it the KISS method. Keep it simple, stupid. People aren't stupid. Half the world is lazy. They have to see it, believe, and go get it. Here's your first 25 steps today. Pretty simple to understand. Intuit bought Credit Karma December 3rd, 2020. See, Credit Karma was indicted 3 times anyway. There's no fundament to help you. But if you allow me to play, let's talk about it basically. All right, when it comes to LifeLock. I'm sorry, I watch all these people on TV and all this things sponsor their shows, but I don't understand. LifeLock's been indicted 6 times. Their last indictment's $100 million. So be careful, please. If you allow me to obtain your credit reports and analyze you, I can show you exactly what you need to do to get a 750 in about 90 days. I'll even put you in one of my classes on Saturday and rotate from your basically case number. So we always call case numbers instead of names and tell you exactly what you need to do. So here's that SS5 no one paid attention to. This is the form to get the SSN. It says name to be shown on card other than above, full name at birth. So let's think. You or mom, you got the SS5 for SSN 1040. All right, you got a social security card now. Oh, goody. It's not even yours. It says don't carry with you, do not laminate, don't use for ID purposes. It belongs to administration, not you. SSN was for the 1040, not for credit purposes. Unfortunately, a bunch of idiots started to do that too. And now that's why the president wants to have a corporation. He wants the government to have the credit bureaus. Biden, the dinosaur. Okay, let's play. So let's think about this today. So you got a job a long time ago and you thought they ripped you off. Then they pointed out to you that the IRS gets to cut, you get the leftover. That's why Mike says ducks and sheep. You didn't look behind the curtain, by the way. And all you had to do is look at the irs.gov and look at the 1244 and almost not pay tax anyway. So we get to play that SS5. Let's compare to SS4. It says legal name of entity, individual person's name right there. Banks and grocery stores, bankrupt locations, write off on their taxes. You could have put your name on line 1 right there. And it says banking and credit purposes on the form too. 1 per entity. See, your corporation is allowed to do 4 things per raise rules if you follow along. Number 1, you get to basically buffer tax. No taxes due till you're profitable. Number 2, all the credit we can build you is a write-off of the interest rate in the credit card. The car is fleet price and free buffet. Your divisions are your line of defense. It's simple. They're cheap. They're multiple functions, buy at wholesale price, multiple credit reports, and separate liability for real estate. That's called the line of defense. Let me build you a corporation with $1 million, please. I can get you to $1 million to $1 billion if you allow me to. So what do we get to do? Guarantee everything I say I do. As long as you're part of the program and you follow through. If you screw it up and violate and you jack up cards or apply and screw up the rapid rescore, I'm going to charge you a fee or close your case. Please own your screw up if you screw up, please. The reality is you have an open collection account, negotiate it, kill the debt 5 ways. You have an IRS problem, they have a form for that too. So we can actually repackage anybody just like you. So what do we get to do? Very simple. 750 is waiting for you. Analyze your credit. Analyze everybody. That's fun. Then we build you up to, green lights and push it up and away. Maybe I'll get you 96 points in 3 days, if not more. But again, if you want, we'll work together. We'll sing Kumbaya. You go to class in a rapid rescore and your goal is 750 score. Again, what happens is I give you to it for $9.99, give you $1,000 card back. If we give the discount, which we do in line like now, is half price of $4.99. The card's $500. All you got to do is pay attention once in a while, and I'll do most of the work for you anyway. But again, now you have some rules and tools. You can maintain a 750 the rest of your life if you want to. Next thing is if you want a starter package for corporation, articles also has tax ID. You don't have it, I'll hand it to you for free. I'll put you in my setup in level 1 every Wednesday and Saturday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. $999 down. That's the full price, by the way, and I get you $5,000 of credit, 5 times your investment. $24.99, $25,000 credit back to you, 5 times your investment again. We add history, all right? We basically analyze and we start popping credit as soon as possible. If you want that from there, it's very simple. And that special deal today, all you have to do is Zell, Ray Reynolds recipient, ray@raisecredit.com, put RW when you sell, or you can call the office at 800-254-9506. If you use a card, they will charge you a 5% fee. That's what the bank charges us, so we have to charge you. So understand, here's the problem. I need to repackage your whole life. You're a voter probably like me. They sell the voting list 412 times a year. You're on the national mailing list and the robocall list. So what happens from there, if you have a cable bill, corporation, why don't you call 888-567-8688. Opt out for 5 years or a lifetime. All right, slow it down. There's a phone number in front of you. The next thing we have to look is from there is you to plan the problem. You had a friend and family member rip you off. You spent thousands on crap that didn't work, sorry to say. If you take every card and you put the discipline on the card, sticky, 25% maintained, never past 29%, or you're going to build a line of defense. With the rules and tools like I designed years ago, 0 to 29 is green, 30 is yellow, 50 is red. So we have to understand how it works. So as you play the game and look behind the curtain, you're going to maintain that the discipline starting from now on. So let's understand today. If you do what I just said to do on these cards, and we take these other cards to balance our score, we can max these out to $1 million, as long as you maintain a payment. If we keep those rules and tools from now on, you'd have a 750 score the rest of your life, and you never bring your score down. See, I don't think anybody on planet Earth should have shitty credit in the first place, but no one gave them the rules and tools. So you lose your job, have an emergency, what do? You run out of time, you run out of money, you go jack up your cards and blame the world for you and feel sorry for me. No, 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 no. Let's pretend you needed $5,000 today. Now. You said the word need. Ask your friends, your family, the bank, they say no. This $5,000 card in my hand is $50 a month. The average person wastes $50 every other day. So if we play the right way, basically waste $140 a week, that's $600. You could actually use corporate credit and go buy 2 pizza restaurants with a drive-through and get some residual income during a pandemic using some common sense. But again, white men do jump. Nixon took the gold standard out. Write down raise rules now. And then write down I'm willing to sacrifice a division, not the corp and my family, because I don't want to bring the pain home again. That is your cake and eat it too. Raise rules, step number 7. Become a certified CFO and never bring the pain home. Is that okay if we play my way for a while? So let's understand as we play this game. Here I'm dead in a coma. Google the address, you find I'm telling you the truth. Basically, it's very simple. I've been in 2 comas. One, I was crippled for life. Jesus said, get up, I got up. Next one, I got to die and come back and help you. I think the devil's trying to hold us back and knock us all down. But God's delays aren't God's denials. I like to repackage it like Humpty Dumpty. So ask yourself 2 questions again. Do you want to enhance your income or replace it? Circle the one that you want. You got to get your hands dirty, and you're going to have to understand, you're going to ask yourself, what about me all the time? I'm going to hold your hand alive, all right, 6 days a week until we're done, if you allow me to. So we have that building call. It's a millionaire building call. We have to do our 10 steps, and that's the ultimate goal to get you where you need to go. Everything to me is steps and rules, and a procedure for that too. The bank wants you to have a 2-year corporation or 2-year division or all of the above to get checkbook money. From there, I want to clarify and certify you as a CFO and get you $1 million of credit, if you allow me to. So a corporation is a legal person that may sue or be sued. Keep in mind the lack of knowledge is the stupidity of man and woman. This is pathetic. This man's not homeless, but he's begging for food. I got 2 kids. Get your butt to the church. They'll give you the food. You go drive an Uber, drive a Lyft, have a garage sale. Hey, I got no, this for this. I mean, come on. I was worth millions and billions. I came out of a coma and broke. What am I supposed to do? Simple. I sold my wedding ring, Rolex necklace, bracelet. 12 garage sales in Huntington Beach. Got cited 3 times. Build $1 million of credit. Corporations can do that. Why do people bring the pain home? I'll never understand. Corporations can build themselves if you know how to play. Division is a line of defense. I'm willing to sacrifice a division, not the corp of my family. That's what you have to focus on today. You let me get you the tax ID, I'll build you the Spear and Chandra and Equifax for the corporation under tax ID. Start building some credit right away. Line you up for some checkbook money too. The ultimate goal. Divisions allow us to multiply. That's why I'm in my book called Buckets of Money. There's a matrix of 190,000 a month. You can play my way if you want. Corporation, look at yours today if you have one. Change the address if you use the home please to P.O. box or a mailing address or mailbox, etc., or shared office space. Currently, when they sue their corp, they sue you. I think that kind of sucks. The reality is, if you allow me, I'll create a line of defense for you. That way you don't bring the pain home ever again. So I even created something called daisy chaining of credit. 1 card, getting 9 more cards. See, I don't think you're winning the lottery, getting a raise. But I can teach you how to daisy chain credit into millions and billions. You got 89 ways how to use the division. ultimate goal. And you'll need 9 divisions for Profit Corp, 9 divisions for Nonprofit, 3 divisions of me, and 5 closet divisions. That's 26. Again, divisions are simple. We add tax ID. We add history to that as well, and they're usually $4.99 at the office. Today, I'm adding 10,000 of history. And if you want them, they're $99 each. Even discount for 18 or 26, and you need 26, by the way. So again, by January, it'll be on its 2nd year, and it's a Zell. If you want to call the office at 800-254-9506, use the card. They will charge you an extra 5%. I like goodies. You like goodies yet? From here, basically, cars and goodies, and even the Harleys and riding with Neil Diamond a couple times. These goodies you don't get till you hit 5 million. So what do we get to do? Number one, credit cards up to $1 million, and then up to $5 million too. That's called checkbook money. So if I build you here, and the corporation, we get a green card unlimited for 100,000, and 2 sisters for 30, it's 160 times 9. There's $1 million off 1 card. The B of A times 9, Wells Fargo times 9, Inc. times 9, and Gold times 9. That's up to 5 million, not counting the other 5 cards. Checkbook money is very simple. Your banks will give you up to 150, some are giving 250 right now. It's unsecured as long as you have a 2-year corporation or 2-year division. And the bottom line is, here's my 5 favorite ones, up to $5.4 million in checkbook money. And that's the ultimate goal. Saturdays on my classes, I have about 10 of them in rotation. There's 8 of these in rotation every other week. And what happens at 8:30 in the morning? From here, the goal should be, let's build the credit. Corporation borrow money is not taxable. You take the credit, you buy your lifetime income. And that way you get residual income the rest of your life. That is your cake and eat it too. Raise rules. All right, becoming a certified CFO and never bring the pain home. Ultimate goal. Let's say I wrote you a check for $1 million today. What are you going to do with the check? I'm sorry, you're going to think, oh, let's buy a house and a car. No, that's called stupid. If you put that $1 million in your personal account, you're going to have to only keep $375. I say that's wrong too. You put it in the corporate bank account, you reference 3 times 5, you turn it into 15 million, and you pay and grow that business up and away. And you pay tax on the leftover, and the leftover seems to be no tax. So you play the right way. So let's understand today. All right, well, if you won the lottery today, what would you do? First of all, they're going to say you have to put it in your personal bank account. It's your CPA attorney. I'm going to say no. I'm going to say put it in a division of your corporation. They're going to say you don't have a corp in your name with your tax ID. Reality is a division of you to the corporation. I want you to put in that bank account, sit down with the banker. I want you to borrow against it. I want you to create debt. Remember, borrow money is not taxable. And I want you to turn this into millions and billions. That's the goal. You've had 11 cities file bankruptcy so far. So the United States of America Incorporated, states are corps, cities are corps. They created a Chapter 9 bankruptcy in the Federal Protection Act in case they have a bad day too. You could have did the same thing, but unfortunately you have to understand, have to play. Your lack of knowledge is why you got you stuck, as long as you have no intent to do fraud. Step 9. We have to Google bankruptcy to understand. If you have an oh shit day, sorry to say, that means you and your family, corp, division, or subsidiary. Banks and grocery stores and cities pick the corporation tax ID. So you have a way to play the game and win. So if we look and add you to my credit system, this means I can build you up to $1 million of credit. You have to go to class, not fall on your what, and you have to follow through. Beat your doubt, run your race. In other words, get out of my way, I want to rebuild it, and just do what I ask you to do, please. Getting past go because I think you're stuck. God's gift, the mansions in the harbor and the ones in the other 5 islands too. Always putting my name on my trophies. All right, helicopter, Lamborghini building too. I'd like you to change your driver's license in the future for more privacy to a P.O. Box mailing address, please. But that'll be up to you. Now let's look at the car you drive today. Between the social media and all the attorneys going blah, 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 I think they're a bunch of bloodsuckers. That's just my opinion. All right, you went to the car dealership to buy your car. They sweated you for 5 hours. You lost 9 inquiries, and you lost about $20,000 too. That's not how you buy a car, by the way. A corporation is fleet price tax ID division. See, it's like when you buy a house. If you put two people on the loan, that's kind of silly and dumb. If you lose the house and the car, now you got shitty credit. They report it to the IRS as a 1099-C. By the way, the car should have been a division of the corporation, and the house should have been bought through the trust. There's that 1099-C from the IRS, and that just hurts everybody. So if you put the registering of a car as a division, then as a bumpity bump, they don't sue you, they sue the division. And what did you do? You planned the problem. Then you protected your family too. Very simple to do. So let's play. Every property you get under the divisions separates liability. You have 5 houses, and if you don't put them in divisions, how are you going to predict which one's going to slip and fall and kind of sue you and screw you up? Your house payment offsets your taxes. Amazon didn't pay tax on the first 10 billion to double trillion. Why would they pay tax? So as we play this game, let's understand. They're doing what they're allowed to do. There's no loophole. We watched him buy Twitter within 24 hours, and within 3 weeks, he screwed it all up. 44 billion down to 19 billion. The bankers are pissed off, even the people at SpaceX too. I call him Twilly dumb, but that's just my opinion. He's got a spaceship too. The reality, so do the other 2 guys. You could join the club and win the battle if you want to. But again, you have to learn to play. Run your life through a corporation in conjunction. This means pay tax or buy a Lamborghini. Simple. Your paycheck's taxable income. That means you're paying car payment, gas registration, insurance. I think I'd be yelling no right now. All right, and write it all off, step 17. From there, why don't you go to irs.gov and get a hold of an SS4 and find out it says banking and credit purposes, and that you never had to be the sheep in the duck. You chose to do that. Nobody else chose it but you. From there, let's understand. Mama, she had to sign the SS4 form for the baby since 71. Nixon took the gold standard out. If not, the baby can't go home. So everything to me is rules and tools. You buy a house, S-Corp, closed homestead, trust. You have a house not in a trust. When they sue you, they take it away. When you die, it's stuck in your probate. Your family got diddly squat. You are that contractor, the subcontractor stands out outside Home Depot. Stands out right side Home Depot. Guess what happens when they slip and fall? When they screw up? They sue you. If you do it my way, they get diddly squat. I like diddly squat, don't you? Think about it every revocable trust today, please. That's step 19. The ultimate goal, stop bringing the pain home. Now, once again, if you're a crook, you don't file tax returns, just go to prison like Wesley Snipes did. 3 years prison, $5 million fine. Very simple. He listened to his CPAs and attorneys from Beverly Hills, a bunch of idiots, by the way, and he went to prison. Ruined his whole career. So please please understand, you can't play peekaboo with the IRS making a mess. So we're going to play with their rules and tools. Step 20. Next, Richard here got $1 million check from winning the first show called Survivor. He was supposed to keep $375. I told him to leverage and reference by 3 to 5 to turn into $15 million. He listened to nobody and pissed it all away. Went to prison for 3.5 years. 10 years probation, violated that too. So let's understand. If you want to be an OPM, that means buy things and save up to 70%. You don't pay a bill up to 90 days. Money come out of escrow, you leverage it to run up to 15 million. And what happens is next is pretty simple. All right, you get leveraging money. Borrow money is not taxable. You set up your line of defense. The ultimate goal. From there, that's called step 21, called blackjack. Looks like you get to win. 2009, 22,000 square foot building in Irvine Spectrum, 1 Technology Drive. Other locations, 3 other states, doing up to $1 million a day. Come out of the coma, everything I had was stolen. What am I going to do? Go home and go boo-hoo-hoo? I took out my blueprint, see it, believe it, go get it. I took out my 3 divisions of me and my 5 closet divisions, and I built over $1 million of credit in 6 weeks. I don't stay down. Why do you? Why don't you have the American dream? Why are you not getting residual income? You need 3 divisions of you and 5 closet divisions, by the way. The ultimate goal, step 22, is up to you. 1,000 steps to millionaire. It's in the Millionaire's Founders Kit. Got this event coming up, a 3-day for residual income, December 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. This is where we're going to have the foundation of that. Set up very simple. And the bonuses are simple. You get all the classes, all right, for 90 days. And I'm going to give you $100,000 of credit. Right now it's going for 5,000. But again, this, you did it through me, the office is selling for $29.99. I'm giving it away for $19.99 if it's a Zelle only during the broadcast. There's your Zelle. Simple to do. Now, I like boring businesses. That's just me. When I have my 22,000 payphones, I wrote the book on payphones, laundromats, and dry cleaning. I have my storage units and all the pieces and properties and commercial real estate, apartment complexes too. But I don't want to run a business. When you run a business, you're an employee. If you invest 40,000, your income should be about 10,000 a month, managed by third party. 100,000 up to 45,000 a month, 250 up to about 75,000 a month. So a boring business managed by third party. Let's say we got this apartment complex that was built in 1968. What happens? It's already leased out. They have income. They want 10% down. That means the new loan minus the payments coming in, you're at a gain of 32 or 13,452. That's positive cash flow until one of those tenants sue you and screw you up. If you reverse the liability like I would tell you to do, that's assignment of mortgage. And now you have $76,800 a month. They can't sue you, but you can sue them if they don't pay. You see, residual income should always be real estate, franchise, storage units. That's, in my opinion, 3 months, 6 months, or 12-month program. You own it, you don't run it. That would be the goal. You go to an expo, you select the deer in the headlight. Which one do I pick? The ultimate goal is simple. Inside this person, 125 down, 3 locations, 63,000 a month. This is 47,000 down, 30,000 a month. You want a Wendy's? I just got someone one for 150 down. They're doing a carryback. You want a Jack in the Box too. Your goal is not to run these businesses, it's to be an investor. You want a couple of gas stations? You see some of these empty, that's opportunity. So the goal is a goal list, daily, weekly list, and then the project list too. So from here, let's understand, you have a 3, 6, or 12-month program. So we understand each week, if you finance it, is $600 a week. Your goal next year should be $5 million. So let's understand, 3 months get you lined up, 6 months should get you first location, 12 months should get you multiple locations. It's weekly payments if you do payments, and that's the way we accept it. Another way around that too. So let's understand. Residual income is something you didn't do, what you should do. All right, so what happens is you're going to get classes with me, calls weekly, privately, and a wrapper rescore. And our ultimate goal is to make sure you master 5 things, including daisy chaining of credit. So if you did the 3 months, 1,000 down, all right, the balance is $600 a week. During that process, if you paid $8,000 in full, as an extra bonus, I give you $100,000 of credit. If you did the 6 months, 1,000 down, it's $600 a week. From there, if you paid in full $15,000, I give you $250,000 of bonus cash credit. If you did the 1 year, 1,000 down, $600 a week, all right, it's $31,000. If you wanted a discount, you pay $25,000 in full, you save $5,000, and I actually build you $500,000 of credit to that as well. It is a Zelle bank transfer deposit only. From there, you're no different than Mr. Buffett. Mr. Buffett did what I'm trying to get you to do. He doesn't run the business, he's the investor. And that's the goal. Corporation's a legal person and may sue or be sued. Line of defense is the divisions. I'm willing to lose the division, not the corp or my family. Divisions let me multiply credit into $100,000 to $1 million. That's called residual income. I want to loan it out. So you will need 26 divisions, 9 for profit, 9 for nonprofit, 3 divisions of you, and 5 closet divisions too. Each division at the office is $4.99. I add 2,000 of history and tax ID. Today I'm adding 10,000 of history, and if you want, they're $99 if you did it during the webinar with me. $99 each. If you wanted discounts, even more at 18 and 26. You're going to need 26 anyway. So the goal is come January 1st, they're on their 2nd year. It is a Zelle only during the broadcast today. From there, if you want to call the office at 800-254-9506, you can do that too. What are you willing to lose? I mean, this is how I looked at it for me. I didn't get a family, a mommy, and a daddy. I was too busy being used and abused as a kid. It sucks. So when I got a wife and 6 kids and 10 grandkids, I realized I don't want to bring the pain home. Corporation would do that. Divisions give you the line of defense so everybody gets checkmate. Step 23, the ultimate goal. So reaching the dream, think to be the impossible. That's what I've done all my life. I use Ray's rules. I train people to be certified CFOs, corps, and divisions, and do most of the work for them anyway. If you got joint credit, I'm going to tell you to remove it, please. You buy a house, it's S-Corp Closed Homestead Trust. All corporations are free. You just pay a little filing fee. You'll need divisions for real estate, franchise, current business, and the line of defense. Ray's rules. I always try to give credit back up to times 10 of what you invest to take away excuses so you can write it all off. Excuses don't put food on the table. Step 24. But if all you want me to do today is rebuild your credit, okay. 750, not a problem. Analyze, add history, do a wrapper rescore. Go to class or focus on that. Wrapper rescore, $9.99, $1,000 card back to you. During the broadcast, we discounted to $4.99. And the ultimate goal is you get a 500 card. With the discipline, rules, and tools today, you now know how to maintain a 750 score the rest of your life too. If you want a corporation package, no problem, starter package. If you have a corp, we'll build that one. If you don't, I'll hand you one for free. And then you go to setup in level 1 on Wednesday and Saturday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. It's $9.99, all right, for that. 5,000 credit back. 5 times your investment, $24.99 is 25,000 credit. We analyze, we add history, and start popping credit as soon as possible. If you want that package, it's a Zelle, or you call the office at 800-254-9506. Keep in mind, if you use a card, they will charge you an extra 5%. So referring people's great, will build more credit. If you want 10%, we'll send that back to you by Zelle, as long as they name your name when they sign up. If not, they blew it for you. Try giving my personal email address too. We look at the banks and the grocery stores and the cities. They bankrupt pieces and don't bring the pain home like you. Your goal is to stop bringing the pain home. Let me make you a certified CFO and make sure you reprogram your brain to millionaire status. Got to look beyond that curtain. We have to understand how rich and famous people do it too and do the same thing because it works. So we stay safe, we stay strong, we do our best. Jesus does the rest. Amen to that too. So at the end of the day, you should be Zelle now. If not, call 800-254-9506. The ultimate goal is have a great Thanksgiving. Stay safe, stay strong, but call right away. And always remember, we do our best. All right, God does the rest. Amen to that too. At the end of the day, never forget, God loves us all.